Elena undone. In the initial scene, the ways of two ladies cross. They are Elena Winters, necar Zadegan, a mother and minister's significant other, and Payton Lombard, Traci Dinwiddie, a notable lesbian essayist. They are both in their late 30s, and keeping in mind that they are strolling down a recreation area pathway, both visually connect with one another prior to strolling their different ways. The film opens in two spots, following the two heroes. First, inside a congregation, where Elena's teen stepson, Nash, won't uphold an enemy of gay dissent, and afterward inside a memorial service for Payton's as of late departed mother. Elena and her significant other Gary Weeks, are attempting to consider. However, obviously their endeavors have been unsuccessful when Barry reprimands Elena after her period begins. In the meantime, Payton begins clearing out her mom's things from her home, having flashbacks of her sincerely grieved mother as she works. Payton finds a tape named Lady's Magnificence task with her things, and becomes fixated on it. Elena visits her companion Tyler for exhortation, letting him know that she and Barry will embrace as opposed to attempting to have another youngster. He inquires how might this benefit her, and demands, as he's clearly finished before, that Barry isn't her perfect partner, or twin fire. All things being equal, he pushes her to go to the reception, saying that somebody is most certainly coming into her life. Amazingly, yet again Payton and Elena meet at the reception organization. They momentarily talk as Payton returns Elena's lost keys to her. They trade business cards after Payton specifies that she could have need for a picture taker, which Elena was preceding wedding Barry. Payton's lesbian closest companion, Wave, Mary Wells, pulls her to an affection master, who is Tyler, where Payton and Elena meet once more. Elena figures out that Payton is gay as they discuss their relationships. Payton calls Elena the following day, assuming that Elena would assist her with proceeding with her mom's Ladies Greatness undertaking, and make arrangements for Elena to visit the following day with her portfolio. They meet by and by, and it's uncovered that Payton's an agoraphobic with significant hardships trusting. They bond over the course of the following couple of weeks over picnics with Tyler, and late-night glasses of wine. Afterward, Elena takes better proficient photos of Payton for her books, and they examine their childhoods and how they realized they were straight and gay, individually. At some point, Payton calls Wave requesting guidance on her affections for Elena, and her companion advises her to be straightforward with Elena about said sentiments, uninformed that Elena has her very own portion. She visits Payton later, subsequent to being stayed away from for quite a while, appearing at her entryway with the printed photos. At the unforeseen visit, Payton unveils her sentiments to Elena and recommends that they not get to know each other. Elena fiercely reprimands the thought, let Payton know that she's her very best companion, that they should be in every other's lives, and that Payton can have every last bit of her aside from that, meaning truly heartfelt experiences. In this way, nonetheless, Elena starts to look at her own sentiments quickly. Elena calls Payton in the wake of investigating lesbian sites, saying that she's not drawn to them and doesn't believe she's a lesbian, leaving the watcher mindful that she is drawn to Payton. This is trailed by a uniquely, so far, energetic explanation from Elena inquiring as to whether she and Payton could consent to consider her inclination a serious smash. Her significant other strolls up in the center of the call, making her rapidly end it, which shows up much more dubious. The next day, Elena approaches Payton's home and makes out with her energetically, in a long, 3-minute solid shot, prior to leaving. Over the long haul, Elena starts needing more from her relationship with Payton. One more little while later, while over at Payton's home to investigate a greater amount of the photograph shots that she took, she out of nowhere requests that Payton have intercourse with her. At first Payton rejects, saying that when they go there, moving ahead is the only option. Elena advises her that she would rather not return. As they're engaging in sexual relations, Payton requests that Elena stay with her. However, it's muddled whether she implies actually or inwardly of the following day. Both Elena and Payton cheerfully trust in Tyler and Wave about their recently discovered sexual tryst with one another. Tyler is blissful and steady to Elena, while Wave objects to Payton, advising her that Elena is hitched and straight. Payton yet is blissful in her new sentiment with Elena and doesn't maintain that it should end an endless flow of mornings evening of lovemaking between them. Elena and Payton get into somewhat of an investigation when Payton asks how Barry hits on Elena and when and how frequently they engage in sexual relations. Elena tells her that they don't engage in sexual relations any longer, and furthermore tells her that they're going on a yearly excursion to Hawaii together. Payton composes private letters to Elena as she's away, and Nash is the one that tracks down them as he's searching for some ibuprofen in her bag. The cost of having two accomplices begins to destroy Elena, and she starts to get in additional battles with both Barry and Payton. Nash begins taking and drinking from the pressure of staying discreet, and winds up getting found out by the police in the wake of becoming inebriated and getting back to the store he took from. At the point when Elena returns and goes up against him about it, he tells her that he is aware of her undertaking with Payton, and she makes sense of, momentarily, that she doesn't plan to quit seeing her. Elena gets back to Tyler out of distress for replies with regards to why she's been set on this way, and meets Payton later and kisses her in the recreation area, negligent of Millie seeing them together. Millie then, at that point, calls Barry and educates him regarding Elena's issue. Payton tells her that they ought to most likely separation, due to every one of the inconveniences emerging for Elena. Elena demands that they don't, asking Payton logically on the off chance that she at any point saw a fate of them together. They separate and Elena strolls off as Millie goes to Barry and confronts him about the undertaking directly. Elena parts ways with Barry, letting him know that Nash needs the genuine them, not the battling couple that they become. A half year after the fact, Wave and Payton are going for a stroll in the recreation area and run into Tori and Nash, likewise doing likewise. Elena likewise comes up, strolling with Tyler and his significant other. She's presently pregnant, and at first Payton goes ballistic, feeling that Elena played her and was laying down with Barry the whole time they were together. Elena swoons, and Nash gets Payton and Elena to talk together at Tyler's home so Elena can make sense of that she's separated and is getting separated from Barry, yet at the same time needed a kid, to have a few expectation in her day-to-day existence, and that she got IVF with Tyler's commitment, and requests that Payton attempt and comprehend. Payton apologizes to Elena and they kiss. The last scene shows one more of Tyler's picnics with Payton and Elena along with their newborn child.